Good morning. It's Monday, 7:55. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed the time change yesterday for the church services, 9 a.m. and 11. It worked really well in our home, and we seem to have a lot of positive feedback from it. So we hope that was good for you too. It's Monday. It's the start of a week, and instead of hopping and skipping around as much as I kind of had in mind to do, I thought maybe it would be better or wiser, since we're in Proverbs, to go chapter by chapter. So last week I was in 9, and this week we'll be in 10. As promised, I'm going to keep this a little bit shorter. So as I read 10, Proverbs chapter 10, the verse that popped out at me unmistakably was 19, chapter 10, verse 19. Now, if you're seeing this, you're probably on Facebook. We post these to YouTube, the Coffee with Chris. Oh, and by the way, sporting the Yoder's mug today. We post these videos to YouTube, but we tend to just, link them on Facebook. So if you're seeing this, you're probably on Facebook. If you're not friends with my wife, Alyssa, go friend her and go back about 3 days or a week, whatever it was. And she posted an incredible post about, the ways in which we're communicating. There's just a lot of passion and strong opinion, and, everybody is going through what's happening right now, but they're all going through it really differently. Like I'm sure most of us have seen that article or been exposed to the saying, we aren't all in the same boat, but we're in the same storm. And there's a lot of wisdom to that. The boats look different. Somebody's boat might be a canoe with holes in it, and someone's boat might be a yacht, or someone's boat might be a fishing boat or a ski boat. And anyways, they're all different, but we are in the same storm. And she made a great post, and I'd encourage you to go find it and take a look at it. Dealing all about how whatever we communicate right now should really be for the purpose and with the intent of building each other up and lifting someone up. Because it's easy to fall negative and fall critical when you're in a hard way. And that's human nature. And then when I read chapter 10, full circle, when I read chapter 10 yesterday and kind of went through it, this verse 19 stood out to me like a glaring light, like a lighthouse on the side of a rocky shore. It was so great. And it's been something that it's been a lesson I've had to learn a lot in my own life. Well, anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's read the verse in the Amplified, which, as I mentioned last week, I love reading the Amplified. 10:19. When there are many words, transgression and offense are unavoidable. But he who controls his lips and keeps thoughtful silence is wise. And if you read it in NLT, which is a great reading translation, it says, too much talk leads to sin. Be sensible and keep your mouth shut. As Mother's Day was yesterday, I think we're all probably remembering our mom getting in our face and saying, if you don't have anything nice, don't say anything at all. It's hard to... I didn't realize that was biblical when I was like 6, but it is. And it's hard to make it more succinct than that. And so I just wanted to build on even what my wife had on her heart a few days or a week ago or whenever she posted that, and just encourage us to stay positive. And that's not a fake thing. That's something we have to work on our internal state, so that what does come out of our mouth comes from a thought life inside that's healthy and edifying and helpful to the ones around us. But let's be real, we don't always feel that way inside. We don't always have a whole heart full of positive feelings and thoughts, do we? I'll just pause now. No, we don't, because we're human. And there's hard moments and hard seasons and frustrations, and sometimes we even can be offended at something and it can go hard. And there's a real difference between taking offense and being offended. I'll stop here and say, something can hit you the wrong way and it can be unpleasant, kind of like backing up into a cactus. And it's disorienting and unpleasant and bad. And that's the moment of offense. But when you really take offense, you are holding on to that and you're choosing it. The first isn't wrong. It's part of being human. But the second is. So you really have to guard yourself against setting up camp in a negative way, and instead really choose to embrace the unoffendable heart. But in those moments where that clarity doesn't exist, and in those moments where nothing good is really going to be added to the moment by speaking, it's great to just go ahead and shut up. And I said it real bluntly, and it's not something we say in front of our young children. But it's always a great time to not say anything. Because just like, Pastor Tom has a great analogy or a teaching, like an object lesson for this. He takes all the toothpaste out of a tube, right? And he's had people do this from the stage. And all the toothpaste goes onto a plate, and it's a contest, right? How fast can you get the toothpaste out or whatever? Well, okay, great. Now put the toothpaste back in the tube. Well, you can't. Once you've said something, it's out there. And you can say, I'm sorry and forgive yous, but it's still real, and it still may have hurt somebody. It still could have influenced the situation, and your words are powerful, as it says so in the first chapter or two of James, whatever it is offhand. So I'd encourage you, if you don't have something nice to say, don't talk. Be sensible. Too much talk leads to sin. And that's not to say don't talk. That is to say, I encourage you to guard your heart at such a level that what comes out of your mouth is naturally edifying and positive. That doesn't mean that it may be corrective. That's still positive. It can be constructive. It can be helpful. It can be in love. But let the words that you speak be edifying. Let them be powerful and anointed by the Lord. And don't fake it. Let that come from a thought life and a heart life before the Lord that's based on intimacy with Him. And it's something He can easily rest the peace of the Holy Spirit on. Because we all need that. Your family needs that. Your church, your friends, your neighbors, we all need it. There's another verse right here in the bottom. I didn't highlight it, so give me a second to find it on chapter 10. It's a great chapter. It contrasts the righteous and the wicked. Isn't this exciting? You're watching a video of some guy look for a verse he can't find. It might have been in chapter 11. I was reading ahead. Oh, well, it's okay. No worries. We'll leave that in there and everything. I won't even edit it out. Well, everyone, I hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great Monday. Make it a great day. Don't just wait for it to happen. Choose the Lord's joy. Guard your hearts. And if you're not winning that battle, it's okay to be quiet. Take care.